This will be not just the biggest fight in the UK this year, undoubtedly that's fact. It'll probably be one of the biggest fights we've ever seen in the UK. Chris Eubank Jr. versus Conor Benn. All right, there are many people on stage. I want to run through this very, very quickly. I just want to quickly say hello to Jonathan Banks down there, Ronnie Davis, Ronnie, see, there you go, Ben Shalom, Chris Eubank Jr., Eddie Hearn, Nigel Benn, Conor Benn, and Tony Sims. Great to have you here as well, Tony. I want to start with you, Ben. This time we didn't really get to hear from you much last time. Again, an incredible event. You wasn't part of what should have been their first fight. How does it feel to be a part of this one?
Oh, it's incredible. I knew it was big when we got the deal done, but yesterday was special. I want to thank all the media as well as the fighters. The media reception and pickup of this, every front page, every back page of every newspaper, it just feels big. It feels bigger than boxing. It feels bigger than sport. This is going to be the biggest event of the year. And it's Chris Eubank Jr. against Conor Benn. The first one felt like born rivals. This one, it's not to do with the dads anymore. This is about 2.5 years of rivalry, 2.5 years of controversy. And now we're here for one of the biggest events in boxing, the biggest event in British boxing.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I echo that as well, San. Not just in British boxing, I think one of the biggest events in boxing this year. Let me bring in Chris Eubank Jr., the champion. It's right that I speak to you first. They all say it's all fair in love and war, but did you cross the line at the end of the press conference on Tuesday with the eggs and the slap in the face?
Did I cross the line? I mean, you know, during this whole process over the last 2.5 years, I think many lines have been crossed. You know, I'm sitting up here today on a stage with two of the scummiest characters in boxing, in my opinion. A drug cheat and a man who did everything in his power to help him get away with it. So me throwing an egg at somebody who absurdly claims that that is the reason why he failed 2 drugs tests because of contaminated eggs, I think that's light, and I think that's deserved. He deserved the embarrassment of what happened. You know, if I had an opportunity to do it again, I would. Unfortunately, I come unarmed today. I've been thoroughly searched multiple times, couldn't sneak any in. But in all seriousness, this is a real fight. You know, this is going to be a bloodbath. This is going to be like the first fight between my father and Nigel Benn. It's going to be special.
Does that mean, following up from that last part, does that mean that more respect from you is now given to Conor Benn, considering that you thought this would be a bit easier, easy work, you famously said a couple of years ago?
You know, I've always respected every fighter I fought, bar one. You know, respect for me is reserved for fighters who are true, who don't cheat. If you cheat, I don't care how many fights you've had, how brave you are, how well you've done, I don't respect you. So no, there is no respect in this fight.
Eddie Hearn, let me bring you in. You've been here before, this stadium. You've packed it out, AJ versus Alexander Usyk. Does this one just feel a bit more different because of the spice between the two people?
Yeah, I think different and very personal. You know, you saw what happened.
Eddie, come on, Eddie.
Listen, you ain't sitting there dressed like that.
Come on, Eddie.
What I'll tell you is this.
What do you think has changed? What do you think has changed in the last 48 hours?
What's changed? The first time I've heard you talk about the fight.
Nothing has changed.
What has changed is we had 130,000 people in a queue.
There's no speech you're going to make.
There's been a lot of speech. I'll ask you this. Do you want to win this fight? Because I don't, like, what desire have you got in boxing now? Honestly. What is this fight all about for you?
This fight is everything. This fight is, it's career defining. It's groundbreaking. It means more to me than the money involved. It's
That's what I want to hear.
It's
because I don't believe it and I didn't believe it.
Okay, well, that's good.
Does it really?
What you
How
believe
bad-
is extremely irrelevant to me, my
It's
friend.
not,
Sorry.
because I don't know if you want it anymore.
It doesn't matter what you do or don't know. Who are you? I'm here to speak to Connor.
Are you? Speak to him or?
Speak to him, taunt him, find out what's in his mind. Again, you said something absurd in the last press conference. You said this isn't the Chris Eubank Jr. show. Whose show is it? Is it yours?
No, I mean, partly.
No.
But I would say,
This show
I
has
would say
nothing
it's
to
a
do with you.
partnership.
Chris,
to be
you
honest.
fought for the IBO World title in a leisure centre. Shut up, man.
Okay, there you go.
Like, seriously, like, you're an idiot.
This is what I want to hear. I don't want to hear
You're an
how-
idiot. You fought for the IBO World title in a leisure centre. That's like your greatest accomplishment.
But listen, I like what you said about Ben Eubank.
I've won the IBO 3 times.
And do you know what?
You've
I got
never
offered it,
beaten
and do you know what? I
anyone,
turned it down. It ain't a legitimate world title.
Okay.
It's hard, it may be hard for you to hear. You're an idiot.
Listen, I'll just reverse it. I love the fact you said Ben Eubank won. Fantastic. I hope you want to win this fight badly. What I will say is the other day I feel like it was a bit of a blessing in disguise because
You're
I feel,
speaking for too long, Hearn.
No.
I don't want
You
to
keep
hear
your
you. I
mouth
don't know
shut.
how many times I'm going to say it.
Well,
you're
you're
not
gonna have
going
to
to
listen
get. You're not going to get your speech
Because in our
It
conversation
doesn't matter any
with-
way you weasel your way in. I am not listening to your bullshit.
you don't have to listen.
I know
you
I don't
just have to sit
listen.
there.
No.
Yes, you do.
I'm not sitting here.
Yeah, you do. Anyway,
not
to
listening
the
you.
media, a very
You
important
can
question.
keep trying to talk over me, but guess
Robert
what?
Smith,
It will not work.
This applies to you. This is important to you.
Ade,
This is important
control
to
it.
you.
I
Control
feel
it.
like we're here again with you
Because
two.
I'll
We
be
are.
here all day.
I will say,
going
when I
back and
spoke
forth
to
with this
Robert
guy.
Smith the other day, just
I
so
know
the
he-
media
I know how
can
badly
hear
he wants
me,
to make this press